What's up, everybody? It's Troy from Troy Tries Everything, one of the CLT Dyna crew. I'm just testing my new exhaust. You can hear it. Nice. The little shorties, just shorty tips actually. I was just tired of my motorcycle sounding like a gerbil. I'm just test riding it today just to see how the performance is affected by the exhaust. So far I can't see any differences. I like it. Like I said, I can finally hear myself. Can't really hear myself over this music, but let's turn that down. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. It's much louder than it was before, which is okay. It's not overly loud. I'm definitely not going to be the loudest in our group, and I'm not going to be the quietest either, which is always nice. I hate this bump. Whoa, here we go. Ugh. Yeah, I don't see any negative impacts on my performance so far, but a little bit of backfiring. It's not bad. Decel pop, I guess, is what they call it. Kind of like it. It definitely sounds way better. You gotta get used to it. Well, you know, I've been doing a few videos here and there. I haven't really done a lot. Most of my videos have been just group rides or single rides with music behind it. I need to get out there and start talking and getting people to watch my videos. There's a couple of people that I've been watching recently. A local guy here, Yogi Cycle Services. I met him a few weeks ago at one of our CLT Dyna crew rides. And he's a nice guy. He's got a startup YouTube channel where he does product reviews and a little bit of wrenching, and hopefully one of these days I'll be able to do some work with him, and maybe we can do a collaboration on a dual vlog video. Weather has been phenomenal today. I just got off work, so I thought I'd take the bike out. I work from home, so I don't get to ride the bike every day. I would be if I got to commute, but so one thing about North Carolina, man, it rains way too much for me. I'm a Arizona boy, so I'm not used to all the rain. But you really can't beat this weather. I mean, it's like 79 degrees or something like that. It's warm. You can see it's short sleeve weather time. relocated my GoPro to the top of my head because my last video, I just couldn't see anything because I installed this new fairing, and I was getting the view of right here, so I was just barely getting the top of people's heads in front of me. You know what, I can feel the difference in the power. It's not significant, but it is less. I'm getting a lot less power. I finally got most of my upgrades done that I'm going to do for now. I'm still going to do a full exhaust, but I got to save up. You know, and I don't really know exactly what I want for my full exhaust. You know, everybody's talking, you know, do a Two Brothers Racing or a Bassani 2-in-1. I just don't want to look like everybody. I mean, I say that, but I got a club style dyno. I just don't like the staggered exhaust. That's if this was a dual exhaust and they both came out the same length, I'd love it, but I just don't like the staggered look. Like I said, I'm just doing a little test ride. I'm not going anywhere specifically. I'm just driving around to kind of get a feel for this exhaust. See if I want to put my stock exhaust back on. Yeah. Looks like a little fender bender. Little fender bender right there. I'm right here. Well, I can tell you right now, these cars can hear me. I definitely did have a lot more buffeting now that I can put my camera on back at the top of my head. But, you know, I'll trade that off. It's so beautiful today. Well, so let's go over the list of stuff that I've done to my bike. I mean, it's not a lot. Start off, saddleman seat. This is my third seat, actually. I had the stock seat with a pillion. I had a Mustang square back seat, which I got from a friend of mine. were fairly cheap, which was good. I liked it. And then I just didn't like the look of the back of it. I mean, it was kind of, I don't know, it looked old, and the seat had a rip in it. You couldn't see it, it was on the underside, but I knew it was there. So a friend of mine was selling a saddleman seat, and come to find out, he ended up getting a fastback, Mustang fastback. So I took his saddleman off of his hands for a good price, and I love this seat. It's comfortable. I didn't like it at first, really didn't like it, but you know, I've ridden it for about 200 or 300 miles, and I really do like this seat. So my seat, that's one thing. I've got the Lucky Dave's San Diego bars, new hand grips. These are Kung Fu grips. Fairing, I installed the fairing. New mirrors. I also got little bar bag. I did some custom painting on it. Not really custom. I plastic dipped a few things just to kind of black it out. Got to match the denim black on the tank and the fenders. I painted the fairing, the air cover, and the horn cover, and they actually came out really well. I'm thinking about plastic dipping the whole bike a different color, a red or a blue maybe, I don't know, green. Yeah, not like the whole green, but more of like an army green. But I might do a metallizer on it. I might do like a copper or a bronze metallizer on it. I like that. I've got to do a license plate relocation. That's my next thing. I've got it in. I don't have a jack yet, so that's the next thing I install is turn signal relocation with the license plate on the back instead of on the side. And that's pretty much it for now. And the exhaust. I got a brand new exhaust. It's really just somebody's puking on the side of the road. That's funny. No, so I got exhaust tips, sort of little shorty exhaust tips. It was just a cheap way to replace the stock exhaust. I'll put a description in the notes below to show you what I've done so far. And that was actually the hardest of all the installs. It was harder than the T-bars. You know, I had to internally wire these. It was fairly simple. But getting those exhaust tips off, those slip-ons did not want to slip off. If you understand what I mean. They were stuck on there. And it took me 45 minutes just to get them off. And then like 5 minutes to put them back on. I think it probably took me a little bit longer than 45 minutes. It may have taken me about a half an hour on each one. You know, just wiggling them. I ended up having to take a hammer to the lower end bracket on one of them to get it off, because after 20 minutes of me trying to pull, I was just done. Was not a happy camper. And you know, the other things that I want to do to this bike, there's not much. I mean, I like the way it is. I think I'm gonna go with a better suspension system. I mean, I'm not a small guy, 6'1". I'm normally about 250 to 275, but I weigh about 235 now. My old stomping grounds down in Concord. I thought I'd just come up to this exit and then go back down just to see how everything was. I can tell you it's hot in this helmet. Woo! But I'm having a good time. I like the sound of it. People can definitely hear me. And really, that's all it is. I mean, I really didn't care about the performance gains or anything yet. Nah, she got a little band-aid. Look at the little band-aid on her car. She got a little boo-boo. I thought I'd just didn't like the way it sounded. Honestly, it sounded like a freaking gerbil. Oh. Make a U-turn here, get back on the freeway. Scraping the peg. Scrape my boot. Well, I'm headed back. So let me talk about the channel a little bit. I mean, it's a new channel. I mean, I don't have that many subscribers. You know, and I wanted to do YouTube, be a not necessarily an influencer, but I wanted to do have my own YouTube channel. And I started a few things. You know, I used to make custom knives, and I wanted to film that. But it was way too much work. Creating a knife, you know, making the handle for it, doing all that, and setting up for shots and doing all that stuff. Just I wasn't into it. You know, I made my own custom mosaic pins, all kinds of knives, axes, kukris, you know, and I just did it for fun. I wasn't making any money off of it. I was just making them because I wanted to see if I could do it, which is really how I do a lot of things. I mean, I used to be a theatrical jouster, and I did that for about 3 years until my horse passed away, and then again, I didn't make any money doing it. I just did it for fun. I wanted to do something. And all these times I wanted to do, you know, post some stuff onto YouTube and get it out there and, you know, let people see what just an average Joe can do if they really want to try. So after I decided to get back into riding, I watched a lot of videos, you know, Dan the Fireman, Blockhead. I watched a lot of Bike and Bird, John Maxwell, Shade Tree Surgeon, and after watching all of them, I thought, you know, it's possible I could do this myself. I mean, I don't have a lot to say. I'm not a very wordsy person, fairly introverted, but I have stuff to say if I want to say it. You know, I have charisma, but it's like a hidden trait. I really like to teach people stuff, so I thought when I just decided to create this YouTube channel and do all my motovlogging, I'd also do install videos, and I'd also do how-tos and product reviews. I'm not a very opinionated person, so look at that. Hello?
Is that you on 85?
Yeah. Where you at?
Yeah, I'm going across.
Oh shit.
What?
Where are you at?
I'm going to class. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can barely understand you.
Yeah, I'm going to class.
Oh, okay. So hold on. Let me turn this down. I think that's the reason why I can't understand you. All right, what was that?
No, I thought I was going to class.
Oh, you're going to class. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you see me at?
I think you're like going under 58 or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was just getting back on the freeway.
Yeah. I was like, fucking coach saw on the front. I think I'll show.
Yeah, that's me. That's cool. Yeah, so I put some. That was my buddy Dave. He's like, "Is that you on 85?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, I was like, "Shit, there's a club style diner on 85." Oh shit, I think that's Troy. He's going to school. So I think that I'm gonna do some product reviews. I'm gonna talk about the installs that I've done and kind of walk you through what I've done, because I'm not gonna take this shit back off. And the one thing I might take off and put back on is my fairing, because this thing doesn't come with any instructions, and if I'm gonna have one breakthrough video, if I'm gonna have one breakthrough video, that's gonna be it, because I looked and looked and looked, and nobody, I mean nobody, showed you how to install this thing. And it's really not that hard. And you know, I guess it all depends on what kind of headlight extension block you use. I used the only one that I knew of at the time, a Memphis Shades one, and because of that I had to put mine on top of the risers. Well, everybody else was trying to use that and putting it beneath the risers, and it didn't make any sense. So after about 5 minutes of me looking at it and, you know, thinking about it in my head, how would this go together? I pictured it in my mind, and I knew I was going to need some spacers, some kind of spacers, so I ended up buying a 2-inch bolt and a couple of nuts, and that's the only thing that I needed other than the extension block to install this on my Dyna, because it came with everything else. So I think that that's one thing that I will definitely show, definitely make a video of, and I bet you that if any of my videos does any good, that's the one, because no one knows how to fucking install these things. I gotta learn to stop cussing. You know, I'm not very opinionated, but I'm not very opinionated, but I do get, I can't even think of the word. I'm not very opinionated, but I do get emotional about things. If I feel strong about something, I'll show my emotion about it, but I'm not very opinionated. Well, I think that's about it for the ride. I'm just about ready to get off of the freeway. Please, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button. If you liked it, give me a big thumbs up. Throw a comment below. Let's see if we can get this YouTube channel off the runway. So like I said, if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Leave a comment in the videos. Positive or negative, I don't care. I'm not a very sensitive person when it comes to comments about me. I mean, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it. That means there's something I could have done better. If you liked it, great. You know, let me know what you liked about it. And let's see if we can get this YouTube channel to explode.